46 and 2 by the band Tool is going to be the telepathically appointed song for this message. And I'm going to read just the last section, the end of the lyrics to this song. See my shadow changing, stretching up and over me. Soften this old armor, hoping I can clear the way by stepping through my shadow, coming out the other side. Step into the shadow. 46 and 2 are just ahead of me. Change is coming. Now is my time. Listen to my muscle memory. Contemplate what I've been clinging to. 46 and 2 ahead of me. There's so much more to this song. Some of the lyrics are a bit dark, but I mean, it's pertaining to our shadows. So some parts of the lyrics I will not read out loud on camera. However, the majority of the lyrics are pretty invaluable and outstanding. Like, I choose to live and to grow, take and give and to move, learn and love and to cry. Hate and fear and to do what it takes to move through. So off to the side we have a card from the Wild Unknown Archetypes, because early on in the first video, apparently 2 cards hit the floor. I didn't notice it until I got up to get a little refreshed before beginning this one. And so we have this card representing the archetype that is going to guide us and assist us as we work through whatever insights and teachable moments come out of this deck. So this archetype is going to help us through the shadow, indications of shadow work coming from Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. So here we go. The archetype that's going to be helping us get through this shadow work is the gem. Just know you are a gem. Micro versions of the diamond sun. All right, let's read about the gem. Shining, being more generative, irreplaceable. The moments of your life that glimmer are the clues to where the gem resides. Don't covet the sparkling diamond of another. The gem is like a fingerprint, never to be repeated again. Find yours. Know you are one of a kind, beloveds, and no other can be a better version of you than you. There are infinite names for the gem. It is also known as the jewel, the star, the talent, the gift, the gold. One thing for certain is that it is found deep within a substance that is very much unlike it. For example, a diamond in the rough. The gem always stands in contrast to its surroundings. You can't find it when you are among comforts and pleasantries. Precious stones develop slowly deep in the earth amid pressure and darkness. Discovering the gem requires a descent beneath the surface where there is no definitive map. Yet the longing to touch the true gem within us is so strong that we cannot help but seek out its radiance. Your gem, like your destiny, is unlike any other in the entire world. Keep digging. So, let's go into Wisdom of the Hidden Realms and do a little digging. Bringing some more golden nuggets and gems to the surface. What parts of our shadows do we need to integrate at this time as well? All these teachable moments and more are coming out. But before we do that, we're going to relight some of this cedar. There it goes. Yes. All right. Going into Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, we're going to make a full pass for an ethical shuffle. There we go. Now I'm hearing one more full pass for our ethical shuffle. Being gentle. All right, this card really wanted to poke out, so we will take a look at this in just a moment. Back you up a little bit here. And whatever is at the bottom of the next pass. All right, we're going to begin with, we'll just say whatever comes from the bottom of the deck is beneath the surface, okay? And we will be revisiting the bottom of the deck as we go. So, the gem archetype is going to guide us through reflection and non-judgment. Reflection and non-judgment. So, let's see if we can find the lady. Oh, that took no time at all. Wonderful. It's nice having a touch screen where I can just open up the guidebook and go right to what I need to see here. So, the Lady of the Mirror is both an ally and a challenger. Asking you to see yourself in the mirror made by the events in your life. She represents the powerful force of the law of attraction and reminds you that what you are is what you attract. This is not to say that you need to blame yourself for inviting transgressions, or if you find yourself for inviting transgressions, or if you find yourself a victim of a big picture even, say, or a big event, say a war. This is a distorted interpretation of this law. Certain events are fated to test our faith. Rather, find yourself within the web woven through our life, your relationships, opportunities, desires, seeming failures, and successes. Observe how you have responded to life's challenges, great and small. and be aware of what is familiar in the present. Release all judgment and accept things exactly as they are. With love. The Lady of the Mirror asks that you honor every part of your story as essential to your highest unfolding. Can you see yourself as being exactly where you need to be on your path? Do you love what you see in the mirror? Can you perceive your part in your reactions and the motives behind your current inquiries? You will find your answer in a thorough and honest self-appraisal. So this is tying right into the first video of the day, which is uploaded and ready for view. It was an intro video for up and coming 2024 review series. So it looks as though I may very well be incorporating this message into that as well because of this synchronicity. Because that is the entire objective of doing this review. To be aware of what is familiar in the present, but also observe how we have responded to challenges. But to see ourselves in the mirror made by the events in our lives. And integrate every part of our story. Even the parts that aren't necessarily our most favorite. But we have the gem guiding us through. That was beneath the surface. What is in the forefront? We have the Hawk Prince. Spirit communication. So, golden nuggets coming through from other selves. We're being guided to make time for these sit downs with spirit and our other selves, our higher selves, our ancestors, our angelic bandwidth selves, and even our ascended master selves. This has also been a major theme in the last few months, and that energy is still relevant. Often we spend so much time looking at what has gone wrong that we don't realize that this is, in fact, why things keep going wrong. We are still ordering from the same menu, and it's time to stop ordering from that same menu. The now, this present moment is a powerful time. How much time do we spend here? Do we pop in for a second here and there between agonizing over the past and fear of the future? Do we hang out and smell roses after declaring yet again that we will be happy when and then fill in the blanks happens? Or do we plant our feet firmly in the present, the right here and right now, as if it is a brand new opportunity for growth, creation, and manifestation, despite our current circumstances? And no matter what. If you were to be told that you were being handed a clean slate to work with, what would you do with it? What would you do with it? While setting the intention to try something new from the menu, or try something from a completely different menu. This requires a certain amount of courage to be able to step out of our comfort zones even more. Wouldn't it be interesting if all that we perceived in the past was locked in time, never to be repeated? And what if we could make the future look any way we desired by creating it right now? The gem is guiding us in dropping the baggage, tuning in to higher ideals. Through this reflection and choosing to go a bit easier on ourselves in the process. Ooh, see? We have the Metal King, discipline, armor, and boundaries. When I see this card, I think of us coming into our own. And that message came out with the Maiden in today's first video. So, interesting, yet another synchronicity. Clearly, the energy of coming into our own, stepping into our own, embracing our calling, embracing our soul's missions. Some of us have already been on mission and mission focused. And this is telling me that there's more coming into the now that is assisting us in expressing these changes. The transformation. Going from molten lava to an impenetrable gem. Crystalline silicate plasma body. Interestingly enough, forged. The theme of the Phoenix has also been relevant in the past 7 days, as it came out of my Lover's Oracle deck. Let's see. So when you see it, you will know. The illuminated dove came out. A new beginning. Being guided to embrace it and live our dreams passionately. Resurrection, surrender to change. See if we're as fortunate finding the Phoenix as we were. Oh, you know what? I just remembered we didn't look up the Eagle King. I mean, the Metal King either. Hold on. So we're going to read from the Metal King. And then we're going to read from the Phoenix. Of course, it's taking some time. Okay. Here we go. The Metal King. Well, there's the Hawk Prince. Let's read on the Hawk Prince first. Clearly, we were meant to be reading from the Hawk Prince. Good news. Flying into our life to alert us that a message is coming to help us manifest our destiny. Expect a phone call, letter, email, or conversation that lets you know that the next step to take towards your greatest good, or to tell you that you have arrived at an important stage along your path. Pay attention when you think you hear something important pop out at you. Okay? Spirit is constantly in dialogue with you. Are you listening? Stay open and expect Spirit to speak to you and show you the way to your prosperity in all aspects of your lives. Okay, the Metal King. Where is the Metal King? Interesting. Why does it seem as though there are some missing pieces? Oops, this page cannot be found. Okay, hold on, guys. We are going to get to this one way or another. Here we go. As it loads. So we're being guided to not be resistant to change, first and foremost. Lending and impenetrable. Impenetrable. It's funny how I chose to lay the gem over the Metal King like this in the lineup. You saw me move it just now. Impenetrable armor. like a diamond. No matter who sends criticism or jealousy, we will not be hurt. This ally prompts us to think about setting healthy boundaries. When we do, no matter how uncomfortable that task may be, everyone will benefit. He's asking us to make sure we know where we end and another begins. Others' emotions are not ours, no matter how empathetic we may be. And another of the Metal King's messages is to remind us how important it is to have a healthy sense of confidence. It's a good time to shine and be proud of what we have accomplished. Okay. Now we're going to read up on the Phoenix. Oh boy. Let's see. The Phoenix. Teachable moments and insights to be integrated as part of our (2024) review. Here we go. The Phoenix is both an ally and a challenger. Appearing as an ally to celebrate our journey and to ensure our ultimate success. This is true even if it appears that we have just passed through a metaphorical experience of DEATH or are currently enduring a perception of failure in our lives. DEATH and rebirth are related when you enter the realm of the Phoenix. Seen in this light, nothing truly DIESs, but rather changes from one ending directly into new beginnings. The Phoenix is constantly reinventing itself and rising up whole and new and even more powerful with every DEATH it experiences. This could signal an end of a relationship or a dynamic within one, or an end of a job, a project, and so on. Perhaps no failure is involved, but it is time for a complete overhaul of circumstances. You may be tired of what you are doing, or you may know intuitively that it's time to move on and try something new. Whatever the case, a DEATH of the old and a celebration of the new life are called for. Whatever you do now will indeed be a successful endeavor, for a rebirth is imminent, and the gem, again, is the archetype that's here to help guide us in integrating all of these messages. When the Phoenix arrives as a challenger, though, it's really just a gentle reminder to let go and let what doesn't work fall away. Maybe you are not allowing things to change because you're more comfortable with the familiar, even if you know that it's not the best you could create for yourself. Fear of change is a crippling experience as it works against nature itself. The task at hand is to allow for an ending, as it is timely and right that you do so for the highest good of all. In surrendering to the fundamental purposeful change, you will most definitely find yourself in better circumstances. The action needed is allowing. A rebirth is assured. The illuminated dove. This dove is really standing out to me, so we're going to check out the totem. So they are, according to Native American tribes, traditionally assigned unique symbolism and meaning to the dove. The Hopi believed doves were symbols of peace, hope, and love and represented many important gods in their culture. The Navajo recognized doves as symbols of seasonal transitions. Get this. They also represent spirituality and renewal, just like the phoenix. Renewal, rebirth. In many cultures worldwide, the dove symbolizes innocence and purity. Its role in legends often represents divine intervention. Yes, the obstacle is the way. It is divine intervention. Yes. Recognized by the Navajo as symbols of seasonal transitions and often referring to them as rain bringers to encourage sustainable growth in the crops they relied on for sustenance. The Cherokee honored the dove as a messenger between humans and divine spiritual realms, believing that it carried prayers from the earthly world back to their gods. These ancient beliefs still hold true today, evoking positive connections with our natural environment and connecting us with traditional cultures in meaningful ways. Eastern symbolism also brings in grace. Interesting. So, Dove teaches us how to still our restless spirit and compassionately embrace those we love as well. And that is what's really standing out to me the most. So, as we are forged through the fire and come into our own with solid, impenetrable armor, our innocence and our purity is being restored, as fire also is a purifier. So this is giving major, like, significant changes that have occurred all throughout 2024 that upon review, the integration of the lessons and even the blessings, all of the above, is going to be a contributing factor to 2025. As nines represent completion, and 2025 according to numerology, is year 9. We're in year 8, the year of abundance. Moving into year 9, completion. The prosperity, true prosperity coming through for us. Oh my gosh. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I know you were watching me handle this deck and I did not look at the bottom of the deck, but I did say, I told you we were going to be revisiting the bottom of the deck. Look what we have here. True prosperity, the Diamond Dreamer. After forging through the fire, the diamond. See the synchronicities here. The Diamond Dreamer. Wow. Material wealth and true prosperity is standing out to me more than anything. The Diamond Dreamer. We're going to read on this as well. Really? Oh, I'm forgetting that I'm working from a new or different device, new to you, and new to this channel device. So I can't just enter a few letters on this device and expect for it to, auto complete the search here. Ooh. So the Diamond Dreamer is arriving as a challenger. Challenging us to address our perceptions of the power of materialism. Do you focus on the material world above all else? Have you become hypnotized by the notion that it is the only reality? Have you grown too attached to stuff? Have you come to consider wealth only to be the accumulation of worldly goods? Now is the time to find value and wealth in the intangible spiritual experience. Before anything is seen reflected in the manifest world, it originates in the unseen, the spiritual, and the divine mind. Be careful what you wish to manifest, for you may not want to pay the price of keeping it once you get it. The Diamond Dreamer also reminds you to, I'm going to begin again with that one. The Diamond Dreamer also reminds you that disappointment and disillusionment are sometimes the way home to the truth of what is best for you. And I was just speaking about the obstacle being the way. Interesting. He may be here to tell you that when you do not get what you want, it is being withheld from you because something better is in store. Be compassionate with yourself and others at this time. Let the Diamond Dreamer lead you to the highest dreams for your perfect purpose and true prosperity. Getting stuck in the material realm is easy to do and not so easy to see. You're spending all of your energy on trying to constantly upgrade your life via your belongings, then it's easy to feel like you are always falling short. We are dragged in by the media, watching fancy car commercials and celebrity housewives, which serve to make us feel inadequate in the material world. Don't get me wrong, these women are highly dysfunctional, but there is always a part of us that looks at them wondering how on earth they manage to get so much nice stuff and why we don't get that too. That's why people watch the shows. Yet, how do you remove yourself from the barrage of must have crap out there? It takes willpower and a change of focus. We need to change our focus or we won't be here much longer. Truth, the earth, our precious, delicate, and heartbreakingly beautiful planet needs our help, and there's no time to waste. I'm done reading from this particular submission. I was actually counting on the ally description, but we're not meant to see it from that perspective at this time, as the Diamond Dreamer is showing up as a challenger. If people can start seeing the connection between every little creature on this planet and themselves, we can make a shift in our focus and stop worrying so much about all the excess baggage we're creating. And that Lady of the Mirror, assisted by the gem archetype, will also guide us through that process of pruning so that we can do away with that excessive baggage going into 2025. They're all goodies, all golden nuggets, but the ones that were coming from the bottom of the deck seem to have the most impactful insight at this time. Hold on. That card hit the floor. What comes in? My cushion folding again. The Keeper of the Scales. Spiritual justice is what I'm hearing. Fairness and balance. But this is, to me, is giving like the restoration of harmony in relationships. So not only getting over what we perceive as hurtfulness or harm that came from others, but also ourselves. Where we may have been unfair with ourselves. Yep, harmony begins with the self and then resonates outward to others. In harmony with ourself, when we nurture ourself with love, respect, and acceptance, always fully taking responsibility for our actions, only then can we be in harmony with others. This is because love is the central force that connects all life and aligns us with like-minded others. Restoration and the positive, fair resolution in all disputes is coming in for us, including those involving the legal system or other important exchanges. The Keeper of the Scales is a just and kind ally, always making sure balance is activated on our path. Align with her, as the law states, making conscious choices that create balance in our lives. When we do, we also magically align with the abundance of the universe and the powerful forces of synchronicity. This creates conditions and possibilities that lead to the fulfillment of our highest intentions. McAfee. I am not interested. Go away. Thanks. All right. Well, this is where I'm feeling as though it's about that time to draw things to a close. Remember, we do have the archetype of the gem guiding us through the integration of what is to come from all these different aspects. So, the gem. We're going to revisit it for just a moment. No. Go away. Pop-ups. Gotta love them. Trying to sell me stuff while I'm trying to work. I'll have to get away or find a way to get around that crap happening while we're doing this. Okay. The gem always stands in contrast to its surroundings. You can't find it when you are among comforts and pleasantries. Precious stones develop slowly deep in the earth amid pressure and darkness. Where there is no definitive map, yet the longing to touch the true gem within us is so strong that we cannot help but seek it out. Crap. We can't help but seek it out and seek out its radiance. Your gem, like your destiny, is unlike any other in the entire world. Keep digging. Keep forging. Keep forging. And due to some distractions and disruptions, we're going to draw this to a close. Thank you so very much for tuning in, beloved Cosmic Familia, and brightest blessings.